How y'all living?
Hey.
How everybody doing? We got So Poetic Simone here today.
Hi.
And we have another episode of A Poet Speaks. She's going to spit 2 pieces for us, and we're going to break down that process and see what it hit for.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Doing good. You know, one day at a time. How you been?
The same, pretty much. The same. And the weather is definitely kind of kicking my ass a little bit. Yeah.
We made it though.
Yes. Thank you for coming out here too, because I must have drive.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Happy to be here.
Okay. So I think I met you like some years ago through Nika.
No, we met
at the poetry thing.
Yep.
And you and Nika were sitting together.
Yes, we met at the same time.
Yeah, we all met at the same time?
Yep,
okay.
Yep,
Boom.
Yep.
And I was like, I think we both were kind of like, yeah, we didn't plan on like talking to heck of people. We were both kind of just like in our own zone.
Right.
And then we ended up like talking.
The vibe was good. I was like, let's take a little selfie. I didn't even know you, but I just liked your style. You were very colorful that day. I was like, I like her.
Oh, thank you.
The vibe has been real and consistent ever since. So I just appreciate that because, you know, there's a lot of fake and phonies out here. So
all throughout.
We got to be very strategic.
All throughout. Yeah. And no, your shit was cool too. Like, I remember how you spit, like your confidence, your relaxation, and you have this like sexy sassiness to you.
Thank you.
I'm like, okay, I'm trying to be like that when I grow up.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, your first piece.
Yes.
Okay. So, go ahead and let us know what this piece is titled.
Okay.
And then when you're ready, do your thizzle.
Okay. Okay. The finest chocolate. The energy is magnetic. I feel your eyes on me, and I let you take me all in. We feel like teenage love, but life experiences robbed us of our innocence. We are rediscovering freedom and safe space, nurturing these gifts. Our journey is unfolding. It's bittersweet like the finest chocolate. We embody it. We are poetry in motion. We share that rare love, and it's beautiful. I'm grateful. I shed tears and face my fears. I'm stronger, more confident, even bolder. I'm learning non-attachment and the beauty of a love that forces you to grow. From the first day, our first date, we made eye contact and both knew, yeah, we can relate. You took my hand and led me to the beginning of forever. I can see us now. Wiser with time, smiles on our faces, fingers still intertwined. We on the beach. Our wedding rings catch the light of the island sun. Laying back, we watch the ocean do her rhythmic dance. A love like ours doesn't happen by chance. You lean your head back and laugh. I love the way your face creases when you smile big. I rub your head, you squeeze my thigh. We're wearing white, the drinks are just right, refreshing, and so is this breeze. We don't need words. Our eyes do the talking. We make our way inside, ready to explore each other some more.
I love this.
Thank you.
It makes me feel like really giddy too. Like
Me too.
I can really picture like, I love this.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
It makes me think of yes.
What you have.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, it's a blessing, you know, to have that connection and both people are not scared of it.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like sometimes the right people come together but at the wrong time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, timing is everything. And this sounds like, you know, it's about the good timing of it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, worked through some hurdles and challenges and finally got the rhythm down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go through it. Let's talk about your creative process.
Okay.
What was inspiring you, or where you were kind of pulling some of this from?
Okay. So I'm just going to be transparent. Like, I met someone a few years ago, like before, you know, the shelter in place happened and pandemic started and all that, and the vibe, energy, everything was good, but the timing was wrong. And, you know, I've learned a lot about knowing when to walk away, when to let go. And at the time, I was very resistant to letting go. I was trying to hold on and be like, oh, you'll feel more comfortable. I just want to give you time.
Yeah.
But I realize now it's better. It's greater later, you know?
Yeah.
Let that person go. Let them do the work that they need to do. And you have time to work on you too. And then if it's meant to be and the timing is right, you'll come back together.
That's deep.
Yeah, so it's like a full circle thing, you know.
Mm.
Well, almost. It's not full circle yet,
But it's almost
a
there.
work in progress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a big deal too because I think a lot of people probably struggle with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know I've struggled with it in the past. Like sometimes it's just not right timing.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes we need to recognize like our growth areas. Like we need time to address those. Like meeting someone and then trying to address and grow those things are kind of like hard.
For sure.
So
one thing for me is I learned not to internalize it. Like don't take it personally because that person wasn't ready at the time. That doesn't mean that there's something wrong with me. It means that they just wasn't ready. You know, give that person space. You know, don't take it like, what did I do wrong, or you know.
Yeah. That's
go.
a reflection of self-love too. Like you know what I'm saying.
Protect your peace.
Yes.
Yep. So that was that.
So, any specific lines that you would like to discuss? Like I really like the rediscovering freedom and safe space. Like I think that's very strong.
For sure. I feel like it kind of starts a little further up where I'm talking about we feel like teenage love. Like teenage love, you're innocent, you never had your heart broken, and then you know you grow and life experience can kind of like taint that innocence, you know. So we're rediscovering freedom and safe space. Is like going back to that more innocent time, the finding that inner child in you again and rediscovering how to just live freely and love freely and be more open.
Yeah. I like that. I really like that.
Thank you.
And I see the journey is unfolding, so kind of going into that, like that's how it is when you're a kid. It's just kind of like every day is just it's just like, oh, well, we're doing this.
Yeah. No questions asked, just going with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's big. We all want to have that, you know, that kid energy, you know, in some aspects of life. You can't be serious all the time. You got to be playful and be open to, you know, all the wonders of life, you know? Not to sound hella corny, but it's true.
No, I mean, it's real. It's real. Like, why does it have to be corny, though? You know what I'm saying? It's just real. Like, the pessimism and all the dark and the negative, like, goddamn, you got to get tired of it at some point. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
real.
I need a little bit of that sweet and simple and
playful.
Like innocence. Like, let's enjoy some of that. We don't have to, like, strip completely from it. You know
I feel like I agree with you 100%. Like I feel like we're all so guarded now because of like just the way the world is so fucked up, and you know we all been done dirty by somebody or several people. So it's for me, I'm super guarded. Like I'm very social. I love people, but my boundary is like a solid hard line. And I didn't used to be like that. I used to be free spirit, free, you know, free, open, loving, generous, but people don't know how to receive that. They like, oh, I'm just gonna take advantage. Instead of seeing the value, they just see the opportunity. So I'm learning how to protect that and balance that out.
That's a hard balance for real, for real.
It is.
Because it's like, you know, our trauma creates some of these walls, and we want to heal ourselves, so we want to let some of that go. But, you know, ignorance is bliss, and we can't be in that type of shit. Like, we still got to be... Boundaries is a thing for me. I love boundaries. I love boundaries. I think everybody should have some. They need to be universal. Like, nobody can cross these motherfuckers. You all getting stopped at the door.
Not even my little fur baby. He can't cross them either.
Exactly. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. Yes.
Right.
But that's cool, though. I mean, I just relate to that hella much. Like, I really relate to that, too. And I'm a pretty mean motherfucker myself, you know what I'm saying? It's like, sometimes I'm cool and sometimes I'm...
protect your peace.
Like
with me, I do hair. I've been doing hair almost 30 years, so I'm very giving. I give of my physical, my mental, my creativity, my experience. I give. I talk. People want to come in, they want advice, they want to tell you all their problems, they want to literally just dump it all on you. So when I get home, I don't want to talk on the phone. I want to binge watch a show, or watch a podcast, or listen to somebody on Audible tell their memoir. You know, I just want to like shut down. I still want to engage, but not, you know what I mean? It's just different. Like a reset.
You know what? I think that's what I do, and I didn't realize I was doing that. Because like when I get off of work, on my way home, like I'm watching a movie or something. I don't want to be on the phone. I really don't even want to be texting anybody. I just kind of want to be And if people like try to call me during that time, I'm just like, I'm on the bus. I'm on my way home.
Right. I need this time.
I will call you when I get home, but I don't really want to talk.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get comfortable with just saying that to people sometimes. Like,
yeah.
I actually just don't want to talk right now. Like,
That's
I don't have the energy for
That's part of that self-care, like saying no when you need to say no. Like, you know, I'm gonna hit you a little later. I need to, bring it back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get to another part. Like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the title, of course, is like, perfect.
Right.
Perfect.
So the finest chocolate, basically, you know, as a dark-skinned woman, just embracing being chocolate, and finding that attraction, mutual attraction with a chocolate man. Not saying that's my only type. I'm open. Don't have a type, but this poem was inspired by a dark chocolate man, the connection that we share, and just really celebrating the beauty of Black love. And we are the finest chocolate, the richest chocolate. Like having pride in that, and not trying to say like, don't question it at all.
Yeah.
Let it be what it is.
Yeah. I think it's not only bold, but I think it's like revolutionary type shit. Cause I mean, colorism's a hell of a drug, and
a never-ending toxic. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just been like plaguing. So to like really own yourself in that way. And
not saying it's perfection. That's why I say it's bittersweet. Because it's not perfection. It's still a work in progress. But celebrate the beauty. And exactly what it is.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And y'all definitely embody it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So let's see what else. I really celebrate this part right here, just wiser with time, and basically saying I can see us now wiser with time, just basically speaking it into existence, speaking about the future, like making it, through this journey and ending up together again. Not saying it has to be that person, but basically time to grow, find wisdom in life lessons, not just like, whatever, that didn't mean nothing, on to the next person.
Yeah.
I think we in that cancel culture, people so quick to ghost each other. It could be friends, family, dating, whatever. People be like, all right, next.
Yeah.
And it's the value for what you can really gain and learn from connection is, I think, is lost.
Yeah, so, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, some wisdom. Yeah.
And this is like really manifesting right here, like literally specifics. I can see it. Yeah.
The wedding rings, we on the beach, we in the sun, you know what I mean? Just basically claiming all that beauty and just like paradise, Yeah. And knowing that we're both deserving of that.
It's really sweet. It's like really sweet and romantic.
Oh.
I love it. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Now I want to ask, you said the ocean as a her. Speak about that.
I believe the ocean. I think of the ocean as her because we always say like Mother Nature. So I just say I have a lot of respect for Mother Nature. Like she's a beast. I love the ocean. I love the sound. I love to see the movement. I don't play. I walk along the edge. I don't swim. I don't surf. I'll get on a boat. I wanted to snorkel in Hawaii, but I was too scared. I love her. She could, I bow down. But yeah, Mother Nature. She's part of that,
It's like the water is fake deep. Like you don't realize like how deep the water is till you get in it. And you like, hold on, I can't. Where is the ground?
Even right up the shoreline, there was a little drop down. I'm like, oh no, I can't. I'm staying right here. It's real pretty. I'm just gonna look.
Better safe than sorry.
Better safe than sorry.
I think that happened to me in Greece. I was at a beach and I tried to like go a little bit and that shit like I was like, oh hell no, this is water. I'm meant to be in this. I'm not swimming in this. I'm gonna die.
No.
She will sweep me out to the ocean. Let me go.
Yeah, I know my limits. I know my boundaries. Respect from a distance. Yeah.
I like the line afterwards too. A love like ours doesn't happen by chance.
Being intentional and not taking it for granted. Yeah, I think it's just, this poem means a lot to me. I feel like, this was at the time where I had come to peace with it not being available, or I couldn't cultivate it or couldn't make it work or what have you. right then and there, but this is a way of just saying like, I still see all the beauty, I still see all the potential, and I just feel empowered by that. Like, you know, I'm just open to it.
Yeah.
A love like this that I was able to, you know,
experience
and write about, express myself about, be inspired by, all that.
Yeah. That's like higher vibration type thinking too. Because, you know, when people like in something, it's like all the bad stuff. Right. Like, well, you was with this person, so it couldn't have been all the bad stuff.
It was a lot of like, I can't stand you, I hate you, why, but when you can let all that go. And
okay, we back, y'all. My camera reset tripping, so, you know, we back on.
We back.
So before we cut, I believe we were talking about like that process you had went through. You want to get back on that,
right? Just to be real, like it wasn't all like roses and candles and like peace and tranquility. It was a process. It was like I hate you, and you having them fucked up thoughts of shit you wouldn't really do, but you kind of want to vent. And
you just want to let it all out.
Let it all out, like somehow, right? And at the time, I was still drinking. I haven't had any alcohol in 9 months.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Just like for health reasons, right?
Yeah.
But back then, I was drinking. I was leaning on that bottle as like my little comfort or whatever. And it's like, I just wanted to just clear my mind and just get into a healthier space.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's a big deal. That's something I need to do. I've been kind of struggling with.
So
I stopped smoking.
That's
I've
good.
been a year clean from that.
That's big.
Yeah, and that was really, really hard for me.
Yeah.
But now I've kind of been excessively drinking. So it's like I went from one vice to another.
It's a process.
Yeah.
It's a process. I heard it's hard to stop smoking. It's such a regular thing if you smoke.
Man, it's still kind of hard. Like sometimes I'm like thinking back on my old smoking self. Like, damn, I miss those days, or I miss that time. But for health reasons, I have to let it go. So it's like, you know, I kind of just quit cold turkey. Like, I just stopped.
Same with me with drinking. I prayed about it. I was like, God, please, I can't. Because I have type 2 diabetes. And I'm working on.
Oh, that definitely.
I would drink and start like nodding off because, you know, the alcohol turns into sugar in the body.
Really fast.
So, yeah, it was just like counterproductive. I'm like, okay, if you really want to reverse this, you're going to have to be a little bit drastic.
Yeah.
And I used to drink. Like, I used to kick it. That was my little social thing. I don't smoke weed, you know.
Yeah.
Gummies here and there or whatever. But that was something, that was my go-to, you know. But I just cold turkey, prayed about it, and let it go.
How do you feel now?
I feel good. I never have the desire to drink. Like when I'm out with friends and go to brunch, they drinking. I have my little virgin mint mojito, no sugar, or like soda water with, you know, lime and mint. Like I feel really empowered to kick it without being fucked up.
Yeah.
Like every time I performed at Speak on It, shots. Just I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. I feel like that's growth too. You know, to be able to come here and sit with you, like, I'm a very introverted person, to have enough comfort to, like, drink some tea on the way here and be like, okay, I'm cool.
All I need,
You know, it's just, I see my growth. I'm not trying to be like, I'm goody two-shoes or nothing, but just to really have that desire to be better and be healthier is big for me right now.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Yeah. Okay. So all this power, manifestation, love, creativity that is getting mixed in here. I even like the descriptions, like the descriptions you have about like the creases in the face when he smiles, or like you guys' hands intertwine, your fingers. You know what I'm saying? Like all those nice little precise details. Those. I could tell you envisioning somebody, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. It's personal, like rubbing his head. Clearly that's somebody with a bald head.
Yeah.
You know, I say playing in your hair. So it's very specific. And it's like, this poem was way more detailed, but this morning before I came, I know I was coming here, I really like made it more concise and I took out a lot because I wanted to narrow it down. It was way more descriptive, but I felt like that was just a bit too much for this format.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Any we make our way inside. Ready to explore each other some more.
Right.
That is a showstopper.
And it is right there.
That's a mic drop. That's a mic drop moment right there.
Right. Yeah, basically we all know what that means.
Yeah, we ain't gotta. There ain't no breakdown. I just want the mic drop.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
That's all you need right there. If you don't catch that, then I don't know.
There might be that one person that watches it and be like, "What are they talking about?
What are they gonna?
Did they go in a cave?
What are you gonna explore?"
Yeah. Okay, is there any final things you want to say about this piece or any other specifics?
The one thing that's also really special to me is we don't need words. Our eyes do the talking. Like, I'm just really big on connection that's organic and you can just vibe with somebody. You don't have to say too much, but there's an understanding. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that makes me think of we speak chemically before we use words in the first place. So like the pheromones, the energy, all these things that our bodies are giving off.
Right.
Like that communicates to the other body next to you where we're going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how you know to put your guard up, put your guard down, stuff like that. Like that's just happening all the time. So that kind of made me think of that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a dope piece. The finest chocolate.
Yes.
This is upper echelon. Is that what you said? Upper echelon.
I like that.
Yeah,
a little bad and bougie.
Yeah, like that. Classy ratchet or classy,
Clatchet.
Oh, I like that.
Clatchet.
Yes. That's what we get from this one for sure. So, hey everybody, how you living? It's your girl Lady Rev, and we are back with part 2 of A Poet Speaks with So Poetic Simone.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm cool. I had a couple chips.
Yes.
Cool.
I'm wrong with some chips.
Yeah. They don't hit like they used to though.
That's the plain ones.
No, that's the pizza ones. I remember when they first came out when I was a kid.
I never heard of them.
Yeah.
I had the sour cream and onion, I think.
Oh, them is green.
Yes.
I love that flavor. Okay, here we are. We got part 2. We got another piece that we're going to go through.
Okay.
And this one sounds like it's going to be really juicy. So I'm excited.
Okay. So this one is called He Got Me. And basically it's like another manifestation piece. Basically, a woman who has her, I'll just speak for myself, guards are up. It's going to be hard for a man to make me feel like it's a safe space to be vulnerable. But this man had put in the work with the consistency and he got me. Okay. And this is one of my oldest poems, from way back in the day when my daughter was little, and I used to bring her with me to Java House. You ever heard of Java House?
I think I have.
It was on Lakeshore. Dwayne Wiggins owned a little coffee shop, and then we would have open mic and live drummers, and that's when I first fell in love with spoken word.
Oh, that's dope. Oh, that's
way back.
This is foundation right here. This is the coming.
Right. Okay. So. He got me. I said, my man, he's got me, y'all. He's got me overlooking the superficial. Oh, yes, indeed, it's official. It's to the point now where my true feelings are bound to show. The way I feel inside, I wondered if he'd ever know. But I can't let my past wreck this present flow. That nigga wasn't worthy. His own mama tried to tell me so. But instead of using my head, I acted like I didn't know. But what I have now is a beautiful daughter to show. If she can rise above the absence of her father's love, she'll be able to go toe to toe. But as for me, I just gotta let go and use my God-given talent to make myself whole. Doing the many things I love is what touches my soul. Not no average 9 to 5 just to get the dough. Nah, I'd rather do spoken word. God gave me a voice that was meant to be heard. Not sharing it with others would be absurd. The man by my side right now lets his spirit fly free as a bird, inspiring me to do the same instead of following the lost herd. There are a select few who have significant work to do, and man, I won't have peace of mind until I see my journey through. I know I'm on the right track, even though in certain areas I still lack. Like trying to live life without consistency and discipline. It's like trying to live life without sin, and nobody's perfect, right? So instead, I'm going to raise my head high, try to stay focused, reach for the sky, and remember that I never have to live a lie. I'm going to walk in my truth. And you, sis, remember, you never have to live a lie, because I feel like every time we lie, a part of our soul dies. So, yes, once again, yes, indeed, he got me. I said, my man, he's got me, y'all. He's got me overlooking the superficial. Oh, yes, indeed. It's official.
This is dope.
Thank you.
This is really dope.
One of my oldest poems.
Yeah.
Old.
But there's like this flow to it. Like, man, the energy of it. And your comfortability as you recite it as well. Like, that's just its own. I want to see. I can't wait to see what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be nice.
Me neither. I want to see too.
So come on, let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
Okay. So this one, at the time that I wrote this was actually inspired by someone who we were deeply in love. We were happy. And we were locked in. We was together for 5 years. It was a beautiful love story. But yeah, he was my inspiration. We were both super ambitious, both interested in the arts. Like, his love was music, mine was acting and like theater, you know, and so it just was a good vibe. Yeah. And I found like a safe space being with someone who was like a creative, you know? Yeah. Because when you date someone who just, excuse me, that's why I touched on like, not your average 9 to 5 or whatever, not knocking anybody who works a 9 to 5, but when you're with someone who also is creative, you kind of vibe in a different way, and you guys motivate each other in a different way on a different level. So.
Yeah, man. And that's got to be a luxury in itself, because I don't even think I've had the chance to like be with another creative. So the man, that has to feel like you're constantly creating too. Like that's like just producing so much out of it.
I remember him helping me with my lines. Like if I had an audition for like a commercial job or something coming up, I'd be like, babe, help me practice. And I felt more comfortable with him because he's aspiring too. You know, because everybody would be like, well, who you trying to be? Who you think you are? You just from Lil Simone from Richmond or whatever. What you trying to do? You do hair.
Don't mind me hear that shit.
So yeah.
So what was this moment here in the beginning? Like how it opens up, like he got me. Like what was that moment?
Just the excitement of it, like, and there's just like a double meaning to that part. Is like he gets me. Like I feel like, excuse me, I feel understood. I feel seen. Right? He gets me. You know, a lot of times being an artsy type, you feel misunderstood. So not just he got me, like okay, now I'm his girl. I'm open to being with him or whatever, but it's like I feel understood by him. He gets me. Yeah, like a double meaning.
Yeah.
And then as far as he's got me overlooking the superficial, basically.
I was just looking at that.
Yeah, like life, you know, can be so basic, like you know, and this is like let's dig deeper. You know, what's the real meaning? What's really going on in this world? You know, he was a very deep person, very woke, like aware of, you know, conspiracy things before that was even like a big thing, you know. Excuse me. So he was like sharing all that knowledge and game with me, and I'm like, wow, there's more to this than just the surface, the superficial shit.
Yeah. Damn, that's deep.
Yeah. And then again, as far as it's to the point now where my true feelings are bound to show, just basically being comfortable, being vulnerable. I just really treasure that because so often, like we were saying, like life has taught us that it's not okay to be open. You got to be guarded. You got to have your boundaries, you know, on lock. So yeah, again, being vulnerable, feeling like you're in a safe space.
Yeah, and being okay with it, like being okay that this space is here. I'm gonna be soft here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, as far as I can't let my past wreck this present flow, not bringing your baggage, that could be male or female, not bringing your baggage from your past, relationships, family, mommy, daddy issues, whatever, into your relationship and tainting that situation, you know?
Yeah.
I think we all been guilty of that on some level.
Yeah, I mean, that shit is hard sometimes, you know, because it's like, once we get triggered and we see some shit that we didn't seen before, we like, ain't no way in hell I'm going back. I'm never going to do that again, right. Dog. You can't pay me enough.
Red
like,
flag.
No. Yeah. And sometimes it's just misinterpreted, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it isn't that, but we see it as that. Yeah.
If I get triggered, I'm more than likely to be like, okay, I'm done. I'm out.
Man.
I'm out. If you trigger me, if I'm, like you said, if I see something that I've experienced before and it was negative,
why would I do it again?
Why would I entertain?
I wouldn't even put myself in the position to do it again. But sometimes we never know where shit will go.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, that shit's hard.
It's hard. When I was younger, I might have gave people like 3 strikes and you out. Now it's like 1 strike and a little
I'm
red
a
flag.
2-striker.
Yeah, I think I might be a 2-striker at this point.
I'm a 2-striker. The 1 is hard though. Like when you strike out
1 is like you almost out the door and I'm gonna give you one more chance and you're done.
You're literally sitting right there in the doorway and I'm about to just boot your ass out. That next strike, oh, you didn't get it already. I had one. He know who I'm talking about. One of my friends. I just told him like, that's your first strike. You got 1 more.
Right.
And it's a done dot.
It goes for everybody.
Yeah. I don't care about none of that. It's not happening.
Yeah, I need my peace of mind. It's priceless.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't play with me.
And she said, and his mama tried to tell you, so the mama knew he wasn't shit.
Woo, Lord have mercy.
These mamas is cold.
The mama was like, she a good girl. I don't know what she like in my son. And I'm like, I just like him. I like him. I didn't care what the mama was trying to say. I didn't care. I was like,
I'm trying to save you, girl. Right. You don't want to be saved? Okay.
Yeah. She's like, y'all are opposites. What's really good?
This is not gonna work.
It's all good. We live and learn, right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's the whole process of life in general. Like, how else are we gonna learn?
I want to ask you, did you grow up with a lot of older cousins and aunties and uncles giving you game, or were you kind of like an only child and just learn as you go along? It was
a little bit of both. Because my first half of life, I was with my mom.
Thank you so much.
We're going to wait.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, I'll go hair salon. She like my hair looks so good.
Oh, they loud though.
Huh?
They loud though.
She's excited. That's how they be. Oh my God, you made my day. Let me stop.
Yeah, with my mom, it was just me and my 2 siblings. And we didn't have a lot of family around us. So I definitely did a lot of trial and error. And then with my dad, it's a really big family. We have a good amount of cousins in general that are older, younger, same age, stuff like that. And my dad's is predominantly uncles. Out of the, 90 y'all? Yeah, no. My family was mixed. It was all over. My mom's side was one complete different way. So I kind of just figured shit out. I also, like, once I graduated, I just went off the Richter. Like, I was just a wild child.
Doing your thing.
Yeah. I was always a rebel, but I went, like, full blown.
I got booed up pretty young, so I started partying and kicking it with him. My baby daddy, so rest in peace. But yeah. But the reason why I brought that up was basically to say, like, I feel like the people that have, like, older cousins or an older sister or brother, whoever, you get a little bit more guidance, you know? You don't have to learn everything the hard way.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I was out there bumping my head just trying to figure it out and, you know? Yeah.
I mean, so were you, like, an only child or anything?
I have 1 brother.
Okay. Is he younger, older?
Older, but didn't really give me the game, or I didn't have it to give, you know, grew up kind of sheltered. My mom was like, you don't need a man, you know. Some people just get, you know, jaded by life and they just be like, I'm cool. And then they tell their daughters the same thing.
Yeah.
And so you're like, but I want a man, but you don't have any guidance on how to go about it or how to attract a healthy partner or what have you. So you just navigate, just try to, you know, figure it out. So I tell my daughter everything. look,
That's good
know
though.
your worth, and we're open. Like whatever you want to ask me, whatever you want to talk about, like I'm here.
Yeah.
Don't settle. She'll come bring things up to me, and I'm like, nah, that's a no.
Yeah.
If you have to question it, that's
It ain't right.
you're better than that. Yeah, don't settle. It's a waste of time.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
And there's no point in like wasting time.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have to settle.
Yeah.
Like that's not an option.
No, it's
We're
not.
not doing that.
We're not doing that.
That's interesting you say that though, because I remember, I think the only real advice my mom gave me about relationships that I remember, it was like, just never tell a man that you love him, he'll take advantage. That's like the one thing that always sticks in my mind about like her relationship advice to me. And like to this day, I'm like, well, that wasn't necessarily helpful. Like, I don't know what I was
Did you use her advice?
No, hell no. I mean, I still, fell in love, fell out of love.
Right.
So on and so forth. Yeah, no, I didn't. And my little sister does not like taking my advice either. Like she doesn't like my criticism or anything. I can definitely probably work on some of my delivery sometimes.
Right.
I'm a pretty like stern talker
Me
sometimes.
Too.
But I mean, I be trying to give her the game.
Right.
I don't think she want it though. Like.
Right.
But if she hear from her friends, oh, it's gold. It'll be the same shit that I said, but since they said it, she like.
It's the age. I feel
man,
like
it makes sense.
I feel like the kids today, they be like, I know it all. I saw it on TikTok.
Well, she's about to be 30.
Oh, okay. Well,
so she's just.
She's grown.
Yeah, she's grown.
She's grown.
She's grown. So now it's like so tender that I just like. Do you want me to say something?
Right.
Like, can I say something?
That's what I'm working on, asking first.
Yeah.
I made that mistake recently, like, just, like, going in, getting so excited, like, I want to help you, so this is what you do, da, da, da. And the person was like, whoa, like, slow down.
I asked you for all that.
Yeah, and then it's like, I was giving good advice, but I'm not the person they wanted to get it from. So, pick and choose.
Yeah.
Pick and choose.
It's all good. Okay.
Sorry, got off topic. We all
right? I'm like, let me pull this back up.
Right.
Okay. So that was a little bit after.
To get out of our own way, and just go ahead and put your ideas into action. You might have a good business concept. Like, I'll speak for myself. Not too long ago, I had an idea for a wellness line, like a t-shirt line, and I started like little baby steps, but I didn't really know how to like develop it fully, so I just kind of like put it on the back burner. And I feel like that's the easy way to go about things sometimes. It's like, if you don't know how to do it, then just stick to what you know.
Yeah.
Instead of reaching out for help or what have you. But basically getting out of your own way and using the gifts that God gave you to just create multiple streams of income, or just create a more rewarding life for yourself.
Yeah, I feel that 100%. That's something I'm trying to learn for myself. Is like, I don't have to be just one thing.
Right.
I can do multiple things. I can have multiple podcasts, or maybe I'll start multiple businesses or something. Like, it's okay to like expand yourself.
Dabble.
Yeah.
And then we all need passive income. That's the thing that everybody's talking about. Like, you want to be able to make money while you laying in bed.
Yeah. Hell yeah, because this 9 to 5 shit is not cutting it.
Like, have a 9 to 5 and I have that too. So just something extra.
Now, since this is one of your oldest poems here, when in this line that says, nah, I'd rather do spoken word, was this like your affirmation as an artist? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is me now. Like, this is where we going with it.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
This was probably like around the time when I realized, oh wow, this is really a thing. Like, at first I just at home writing poems, but then I don't know, maybe somebody invited me to Java House and was like, then I'd see a room full of people that get up on the open mic and like just express and share, and it's like you get the reception, like people can understand, they can relate to what you're saying. It's like, nah, I'd rather do spoken word. Like, this is a vibe, this is a community, this is like a healing, safe space. Like, I'd rather do that than something empty just to pay the bills.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, then as far as like, basically speaking that affirmation that God gave me a voice that was meant to be heard, just to say like there's value in what I have to say too.
Mhm.
Somebody gonna feel it,
Yeah.
you know. And it's like when somebody does feel it, it kind of gives you that feeling of like being understood and heard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a powerful release, like doing
For sure.
poetry,
Mm-hmm.
especially with like. It's crazy because like I don't know about you, like I'm not always good at talking, but I can write the hell out some shit. I can write it down,
Right.
and I can recite what I wrote.
Right.
But maybe in that moment, I couldn't have been able to say this. So this is my outlet now
yeah.
too. Like this is me putting it all out,
100%.
releasing it to the universe.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then just as far as the man by my side, that's a spirit fly free as a bird, just basically touching on that inspiration, when you have somebody in your life who is fearless and bold and going for their dreams, you're like, well shit, I can do it too. Like we can do this together. So
it feels liberating for real.
It's empowering and liberating, And then instead of following the lost herd, that's just basically speaking to people who are kind of like on that basic path in life, not really seeking out anything that's too adventurous or creative, where they're just like, I just work at X, Y, and Z. I'm a retired 25 years and whatever.
Yeah.
Like there's so much more. Like even for me, like for so long I just did hair. I didn't do a lot of traveling because none of my friends was traveling. But now it's such a common thing. Everybody going everywhere. Like you've been to Greece. I've never been to Greece. I want to go. It's like get out and have more life experiences. Don't be so stuck just with one little way of living life. The more you travel, the more you expand your mind and your life experience.
And sometimes you just have to go out on a limb on your own.
For
like
sure.
I traveled alone for years. And when I went to Greece, I went with a black traveling group. Okay. So I didn't even go like with friends. I went with a group that I met all these people when I got to Greece. Like I met them, made friends with some of them.
Nice.
And we kicked it in Greece for like a week.
That's nice. Yep, I went to London by myself, but I was meeting a friend who stays out there. So it wasn't like I was doing London alone. Like I traveled there alone, traveled back by myself, but I had somebody there like, hey, let's go here, let's go there,
Yeah.
So that was
that's cool. I want to try London too.
I love London.
I did like a layover in Paris for like a day. Ooh. And I ran around Paris for a day, got a tattoo, did a bunch of random shit. But
that's on my list.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, definitely gotta get to Paris.
There's a select few who have significant work to do.
That's just basically touching on having like a purpose-driven life. Again, going back to not being stuck in just the regular, I just pay my bills, come home, whatever. Basically finding more purpose. Like some people during the pandemic got super into like baking bread or became plant moms. Like that's another outlet. It doesn't have to always be about money, but just something that's going to enrich your life experience. Volunteering or, going to a dog shelter, animal shelter, or working with kids or working at a homeless shelter. Just, I don't know, just making it more purposeful. That's one thing my mama used to always tell me. She was like, when you feel depressed, go give of your time to somebody else. Like go volunteer, purge your closets and donate all those clothes or shoes or whatever. Because you're just basically taking the focus off of you.
That's a good way to look at it too. And the rigid people, like, they always want you to be like them. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that try to deviate from that, like, let's say the shit is going like this and then people try to swerve. Somebody always trying to pull you back in, like, no.
Right, you should be doing this right over here. And it's like, well, maybe I don't want to just do
and
that.
I did it like this, so you should do it like this. Like, no, you made a choice. I'm going to choose something different.
They get uncomfortable.
Yeah, they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, they're like, ooh, this is different.
Then all this disappointment and like, well, it should have been like, man, I don't know where your expectations are coming from because that's not my trajectory. Like, that's not where I'm going in the first place. Yeah.
That's real. I forgot where we were at.
I won't have peace of mind.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a big one. I don't know about you, but you know, certain things just will nag at me. Like, okay, you're supposed to be doing X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
So just not having that peace of mind because there's something that you know you could be fulfilling or working on that you're just putting it on the back burner.
Yeah.
You know, you're not
Yeah.
trying to reach your full potential. Inspiration somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Mhm.
accountability for self-discipline,
Yep.
stuff like that. Like,
Yep.
yeah, I mean, we can't get nowhere without us actually putting in the effort to get where we're
Right.
trying to go.
Right.
So,
Laying in the bed thinking about it is not gonna get you there.
man, you know, that's all I'll be working on. 'Cause, you know, my little mind be all over the place, and sometimes I'm just like so many thoughts.
I'm just overwhelmed. I'm just gonna take a
but
nap.
nothing gets accomplished. Yes, yes.
Yeah. And then, yeah, just this right here. I know I'm on the right track, even though in certain areas I still lack. Just basically giving myself a little pat on the back, like, you know, you're learning how to navigate. You know, you're seeing where your passions are and what you can do with that. And you also know that you're in your own way as far as like a lack of consistency and discipline.
Yeah.
You know, that will always cause a delay. You know, it's always gonna hold you back.
Yeah.
So still working on it all these years later. You know.
It's like a lifelong process,
Right.
right? 'Cause shit just kind of keeps leveling up on you. So like, okay,
But
well,
at
I
least,
thought I was good.
At least I'm self-aware because some people be like, I'm good.
No, yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Like reflect on yourself. Like
Right.
we be talking about other people too much. Talk
Mhm.
about yourself.
Yeah.
But I like also how hard hit but like chill it is at the same time. Especially like when you recited it, it was like, you know, I know I'm fucking up here, but it's cool. And, you know, like, it was just like, it's light and fluffy, but it's also like real shit.
Right.
Yeah.
That awareness, but not like beating yourself down. Because if you beat yourself down, then you're not going to get shit accomplished anyway.
Nobody want to hear all that negative self-talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I think I had to tell somebody yesterday, like, because I was like, oh, you can do this. And he was like, I can't. I was like, can we speak life into ourselves? Like, you can. I don't want to hear about what you can't do.
Right.
Let's talk about what you can do.
Right. And start with little steps.
Yeah.
Some people really get offended by you trying to encourage and motivate. It's like, okay, let me just focus on me because you're not ready to receive.
You do it at your time and pace.
Yeah. And just basically, so instead, I'm going to raise my head high, just, you know, accepting where I am, knowing where I fall short, knowing what my strengths are and the potential, and just reminding myself, you know, carry yourself with purpose and self-love and self-care and just pour into me so that I can give that back to whatever I'm doing with my life, you know?
Yeah. That's a big deal.
You know how they say you can't pour from an empty cup, you know?
Yeah. Hell yeah. But towards the end, like, reaching your full potential, manifesting these possibilities for self.
Being true to yourself, and like, you know, a lot of people feel like they gotta front and like pretend that they're doing better than they really are doing. You know, like on social media, it's, you know, just painting that picture of this perfect life when we all struggle, we all have our bad days and whatnot. So just, you don't have to live a lie, you know, be your real self.
Yeah. So, and suicide, you know, that makes me think about like how much. I can't say that it wasn't always a thing. Like, suicide has always been a thing, but right now it feels like excessive. Not excessive, but like a lot of people are suffering from shit.
Right.
In silence. And then this is the answer for them.
Like
it's becoming,
That is so sad. Yeah.
And at all ages. It's affecting all ages. So we can't even like say one specific type of group or gender or race. Like, you know, everybody's struggling from it right now.
Yep. That's a tough one. That's a hard choice. But they say, like, in the moment, you're not even thinking, like, ooh, this is crazy. I'm about to, you know, it's just, they say it's a thought that comes to you and you just be like, okay, I'm out.
Yeah.
You're not even giving it a second thought, so.
Yeah. But, I mean, it makes me wonder, how do we create a world where people can be comfortable being them true selves? Like, no matter what that looks like or sounds like, you know what I'm saying?
That's a hard one. I mean, the world that we live in now is not giving you that motivation. It's making you want to look like everybody else and be like everybody else, unless you have that inner strength. Like, you know, I might not be the most popular or the most whatever, you know, but I'm happy with me, or I'm a work in progress.
Yeah,
You know,
this is what you
this
get.
is what you
Like,
get.
this is what you
And
get,
I'm
man.
still working on it, but right now I'm good. I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know. So.
And I like that you also not just say it to yourself, but you also say it to your friend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the person that you're talking to.
Right.
Like, I ain't gotta live like this, and you ain't gotta live like this either.
Right. Just a little bit of inspiration. Just, plant a little seed, and, hopefully it'll pick up later on.
I really like this line of, every time you lie, a part of your soul dies. Like,
I think that's real shit.
yeah.
I think it's real. Like, I think so many people are comfortable lying. They don't even realize what it's doing to you. It's like you're not walking in your truth. You're just out here just like, yeah. And then you think people can't tell you lying.
Yeah.
Like, you're literally insulting my intelligence right now.
That's exactly what I would say. Literally. And I went to college with this girl, what's they call? Habitual liar. Like, she would lie about the simplest shit.
I know people like that.
And I think I sat her down and was like, hey, you cool and all, but I don't think I could be your friend anymore.
Right. I don't know
Like,
why
all
you're
of
doing
this shit is creating a lot of toxicity.
Yeah.
And I just don't even get down like that. So, like, I don't have any problems with you, but I can't be your friend.
Right, I'm not comfortable with you.
I'm like, I think you need help, though. You should, get therapy or something like that. Now, if you're willing to work on it, I don't mind staying around. And she was like, I think I'm fine. I was like, that's good. I won't be your friend no more.
Yeah, that's that deep denial when they're like, oh, I'm good. It's you. You're the one.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, no, I'm cool, bro. I can't get down like that. Okay. Is there any final words you would say about this piece, these last few lines?
Just basically, it's a beautiful expression of, being open to healthy love.
Yeah.
That's what I'm open to. That's what I'm manifesting for myself, now and always.
Yes.
And I'm just thankful for the opportunity to just share.
Yeah, this
Thank
is
you.
dope. No, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You brought us some dope pieces. I like that each poet has their own flow, their own trajectory, their own perception of things. And yours is just really smooth and loving, and it just feels like wet waves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
just
like
kinda,
that.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it kind of feels like. Like,
I like that.
I envision a sunset over the beach. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
With the pink, peach, purple. Yeah.
And I love the beach. I love the ocean. I love sunsets. So all that. Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so we're on the same page. We're on the same page. Now, is there anything you want to plug? You could tell people where to follow you at, anything you might have coming up, whatever. Go ahead, plug.
Well, I do hair in Berkeley, California. I've been in the same salon for 12 years, Vine Street Salon, North Berkeley. All hair types welcome. You can follow me at oni.1 for hair, Oni1 for hair. And my personal page is Oni1 Simone, because it's only one Simone.
I know that's right. Let them know. Let them know. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
It's been a pleasure. I enjoyed myself.
Make sure y'all follow her. She gave you the handles. You need to tap in.
Yes,
follow,
in.
Hit her up, get your hair did, or book her for a show. This is multi-talented, so you just gotta make it work.
Yes.
Also want to shout out the studio, Serious Business Recording Studio over here in Fairfield. Thank you guys for the space. It's a dope ass space.
Love it here. Love it.
Keith is the bomb.
Good
Tap
vibes.
in with him as well. I'll put that handle in too.
Yes.
Follow, tap in.
Tap in.
Thank y'all for tuning in. This is another episode of A Poet Speaks. We have So Poetic Simone here. She did her thug thizzle. We'll catch y'all on another time.
Yes.
Be easy, stay breezy.